Encouraging word is like water being poured out on a plant. It helps it grow. Because the truth of the matter, every now and then you and I are going through certain things that, guess what? You need a kind word. You need somebody to speak into your life that, yes, you can do it. You need to be able to have somebody to come and say, look, I can see your growth. But someone who is insecure, guess what? They will never tell you that they see your growth.
All right.
I'm tired of being where I'm at. What? In my mind and in my life. You will never ever be able to go where your mind cannot go. I'm tired of barely making it from day to the next day. In other words, I'm tired of making it from paycheck to paycheck. God said, it shall come to pass that before you call, I will answer, and while you are yet speaking, I will hear. And what did these lepers do? The leper says, wait a minute, I'm tired of my today being like my yesterday. You have to come to a place and a point in your life where you say, I'm tired. I want to change. I see better. I know what God has spoken to me. I know what I see in my spirit. And this is what the lepers, they opened up their mouth to the only person that was able to do something about their situation. Open up your mouth and tell Jesus what's on your mind.
Amen.
He said, if you ask, you shall receive. Understand, this is a God that we serve. God says, I know you're uprising and you're down sitting. I understand your thoughts are far off, but guess, I need you to open up your mouth. Why? Because it's when you open up your mouth that the atmosphere comes to attention, waiting on what you're going to instruct it to do. He said, listen to this. If you call on me, I'm not like a man that I should lie. How many of you have put your trust in someone who told you that they would always be there for you, but as soon as the issue came up, you could never find them? Listen what he said. He said, if you abide in me, and my words abide in you, you shall ask what you will, and it shall be done for you. Don't get lost in the blessing. Also, this is something else when they open up their mouths. They were telling Jesus their heart. Do you know when you in showing off some pain, you ain't got time to be cute. Do you know pain will make you be honest?
Oh, yeah.
Tell him all about your troubles and your struggles. This was you, Jesus, I want to be set free. And I want to experience a new life. If the Son therefore shall make you free, you shall be free indeed. In other words, when they began to cry out to Jesus and they began to ask him to have mercy on them, they were saying, Lord, have mercy on and heal my broken heart. Have mercy and deliver me from the place of my unforgiveness. Heal me and restore my sight and passion for life. Heal me and show me, heal me and show me how to forgive myself. Heal me and allow me to hear what my own voice sounds like. Do you know that sometimes when you have been on an outcast that you don't even really know what your voice sounds like? Do you know that sometimes when you're really introduced for the very first time to your own voice that it will scare you because you don't really recognize just how much authority and power you have in your own voice? That's why some people try to keep you silent. Jesus, have mercy and introduce me to myself. In other words, this is something that you need to understand, that sometimes when you have issues and you're on the outcast, guess what? That sometimes you take on the personality of a chameleon. In other words, you don't know who you are, so guess what? Whatever environment that you're around, guess what? That's the character that you take on. Have you ever been around anyone? Don't say anything, but have you ever been around someone that when they're in the church, they know how to say hallelujah? But when they're around their friends, they cuss like a sailor? You ain't got to say nothing. I know you know. Here we go. He says, heal me so that I can touch you with my heart. Because guess what? They were on the outside of God's grace and his mercy because of this issue. They had to abide by the law. So they were crying out to him, God, touch me, deliver me so that my heart can touch you. Also, this is what I love about our God. And when they lifted up their voices, guess what? The Bible says, so when he saw them, he said to them, go show yourselves to the priest. Listen to this. When you call on God, God will answer you. He's not like man. He won't put you on hold. He won't acknowledge that you didn't leave a voice message. Have you ever heard this, that sometimes most people that are in their right mind, that still use their homeland or their landline phone, do you notice that most of the time when you walk in your house, the first thing that you actually do, you check your voicemail to see if anybody left you a message? Isn't it amazing that people will say, oh, I didn't get your message? What do you mean you didn't get my message? I know that you checked your voicemail. Why? Because most people in their right mind check the phone as soon as they get in the house. God ain't like that. You don't have to leave him a message. Whenever you call him, guess what? You can get a direct line to him. He will answer, but this is what I love about God. Not only will he answer, he will respond. He will get in your business. He's personal. He'll make time stand still so that you have his undivided attention. It says not only, it says when he saw them, he gave them some instructions. He said, go show yourself to the priest, because I know what the law is. The law means the priest said that you were unclean. So now that I'm cleansing you, go back there so that they can reverse their decision, so that, guess what, they can include you back into society. Why? Because they're going to deem you clean. And the Bible says as they began to walk, guess what? They began to get cleansed. And this is another teaching moment that you need to understand. You always hear me say, guess what? That the blessing is in obedience. So guess what? He told them to go show themselves. And when they started going in that direction, guess what? The cleansing process began to be released, and they began to walk in the blessing. And this is what you and I need to understand, that some of us will always be held in a place of captivity. Why? Because we consciously rebel against instructions. That was good right there.